Welcome to the second part of this recording on the IEBC and fairness of elections in Kenya. Now, some of us are very young and we do not remember what used to happen during the Moi days, so I'll give you a quick reminder. When multi-party returned into the country in the year 1992, what happened is for the first time we started having presidential elections, because before 1992, there were never any presidential elections in Kenya. Yeah, Jomo Kenyatta took over the government by virtue, or rather he won the prime ministership by virtue of the situation that the independence constitution was very similar to the current constitution in the UK, in that the party leader whose party wins the most seats in the House, in Parliament, automatically becomes the prime minister. Okay, so that's how Jomo Kenyatta became the prime minister. As they fiddled around with the constitution and changed things here and changed things there so that he became president, he never went to another election because he had nobody to oppose him. Nobody would dare oppose him. Okay. When Moi took over, same story. Okay. Now, after a lot of pressure from outside countries, a lot of pressure from people who gallantly fought for a better Kenya, people who gallantly fought for more freedom, yeah, and you know, some of those freedoms we enjoy today, although we have completely forgotten those people. In fact, I'm going to do a recording later about how we treat our heroes in this country of ours, yeah, very shoddily. Anyway, yeah, after those pressures, we had the first presidential election, yeah, in the history of Kenya was done in 1992. Okay, now that election was fiddled with, everybody knows. Okay, then we had another election in 1997. It was fiddled with. Yeah, and of course Moi left power. Now the only, according to me, and I stand to be corrected, the only free and fair presidential election without any drama, without any controversy, was the one which was held in the year 2002. Okay? Now since then, I stand to be corrected, but we have never had a free and fair presidential election. Now as a Kenyan, I have a right to my view. My view still is, because I've been quoted, I've written in my books, and everybody knows that according to me, the 2013 elections were more or less, I mean, the person who won the election, that would not have been changed. Yeah? In other words, there was no fiddling that interfered so much as to change the winner of those elections. Yeah? And I still hold that position today. Okay? But still, those elections were not free and fair. Okay? A free and fair election is an election which does not have any controversy. The vote especially over the votes, yeah? The votes are counted. This person got these votes, that person got these votes. The person you turn to are your supporters and the voters to ask questions. You don't ask the person running the election questions. How? Yeah, because it's arithmetic, addition. You got so many votes, I got so many votes. Therefore, the winner is this. So there should be no controversy in that. Yeah? Yes. So, in 2013, despite the fact that President Moi Kibaki really divided this country up along ethnic lines, because the country took over from Moi was not this ethnically charged, yeah, for the sake of the younger Kenyans who don't know. Once upon a time, Kenya was not as tribal. It was still tribal, but it was not as tribal as what we have today. Okay, so when President Kibaki left, a lot of Kenyans were feeling, at least let's have new leadership. You know, they're anxious for new leadership. Okay, so there were no real emotions that could go very high and cause problems. Yeah, but now in 2017, it's a different ballgame. What am I saying? I'm saying the IEBC should wake up and realize that this thing is not a joke. Yeah, we should have free and fair elections. But I'll tell you why we don't have free and fair elections. We don't have free and fair elections in Kenya and in most of Africa because there are certain powerful people who feel that they must have control. They must have the final say. Even after the voter has made a decision, they feel they must have the final say to alter the decision of the vote, and that is wrong. And anybody on either side of the political divide should never, ever, ever support such a move. Because don't be myopic. Do not be short-sighted. Because today it is me, tomorrow it is you. Yeah? Today it could be NASA crying. Tomorrow it could be Jubilee crying. Yeah. So the best way to avoid any side crying is to make sure that this thing is free and fair. We build strong institutions. We build an IEBC that is completely neutral, so that going forward, even when because you see people are very short-sighted. You stand on one side and you support and you say, yeah, they're right. No, the IEBC is okay. It is the other side that is making. And then you don't know what God has planned for you. In 5 years, you could be standing for president. And you could actually get so close to being president. And then you're messed up by the same IEBC you are supporting. Yeah? And you're messed up by those changes which you did not want to be made today in 2017. They'll mess you up in future. They'll catch up with you. So for all Kenyans, for the sake of all Kenyans, without fear, without favoring any side, we should ask for a free and fair election. We should ask for a neutral IEBC. The IEBC should not be taking notes from any side. They should not be taking instructions or direction from any side, no matter how powerful that person is in the country. They should be completely neutral.